Recording in progress.
Start video. Wow. All right, I'm going to try one more time and that'll be it. Sorry, guys. Okay, end stream. Apparently I'm already streaming somehow. Oh, I don't know. All right, that's good. Let's get going, and whatever we get, we get. Share screen. I'm just going to put this on so that the stream has something to see. Okay, there we go.
You want to host that?
And this person's Zoom link in the main chat.
Make a new host, folks, so you can change that.
Hold on one sec here. Somebody's asking quickly for the link, which I don't understand why they don't see it. All right, I'm done. I am live with you guys. No more of this. All right. So yeah, let's get started. Ellis, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, since you're in here for the first time?
Yeah, so I'm currently a gas and electric engineer. Recently got into trading through a friend who got me on board with it, and just sort of looked at how good he's doing, how well the people are doing. I didn't really believe it at the start. There's a lot of bad press out there, there's a lot of scams, but just sort of trying to sift through that and get to something like this, really.
Oh, okay. So who's your friend? Is it what are they trading? Like,
they mostly trade gold.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's just sort of what I fall into, just from learning from him and watching him, and so I've been traded gold mostly.
And what strategy are they using?
Not really any, to be honest, that I can see. Which is where I'm.
Okay, well that won't last. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm a little less ballsy. I'm looking for more risk management and somewhere where I can build a real strategy that's going to be long lasting, really.
Yeah, everybody's a genius in a bull market when something's trending in one direction or the other. it's pretty much easy to make money. You just, even if you get the entry wrong, you wait long enough and it's going to go in your favor. The problem is that trends don't always continue, as people who are on the Bitcoin trend have recently found out. The most important thing here is to have a strategy where you can extract money from the market anytime you want, in any currency, any stock, anything. And that's not easy to come by. It's taken me years to come up with what I have here. I'm kind of a math geek, and I spent a lot of time and I've coded probably over 1,000 bots, hundreds of bots, trying to figure out things. And I did make some fairly profitable bots along the way, but nothing like what we have here. And what I love about what we're doing is that we make 4 times whatever we risk. So our risk is very small, and our risk is very small, and our profit is very big. Having said that, today we are doing a little experiment. We're going to actually be taking 2-hour trades and 4-hour trades to see how that would work out. But in doing that, we'll still see how we would have done with 4-hour only trades anyway. So it's I think it's going to be better for beginners, because you're going to win. Right now, a new person with this strategy will win about 40% of the time, but what you need to break even is 20%. So you're still making a ton of money doing that, but the psychology isn't so good because you're losing more than you're winning. With the 2-hour trades, Andrew and Daniel did some back testing. I haven't done a lot myself yet. But they found that brought the win rate up to 60 to 70%. Is that right, Andrew?
Yeah, I think so. 2 ones after. Yeah.
Yeah, so far. So that means you're going to be winning more than you lose. So I think that'll help the psychology for newer traders to just, have more wins. And so we're going to see what that does to the earnings. So that's what today's lesson is about, and how to actually do that trading. So that's what we're going to get into. There's a person here trying to get in. Preparing meeting, it says. I don't know what they're saying. Not sure what is wrong. You can join.
Definitely got the latest link, though, the one that ends in 09, T09.
Do you have the link ending in T09? I mean, I cut and paste that link to them. I don't know. You will have to watch on the live stream then. Boom. Okay, we're done with them for now. You maybe can get on for the next session. So let's get started. I figure we'll just trade some good old EURUSD and see how that goes. And we'll just today isn't necessarily about winning or losing so much. It's just testing it out. And of course, we expect to win, but you never know. All right, so we will share. I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see what I can do. Advanced. Show all. I'm going to do show all windows because then I don't have to zoom in and out. Oh, just one. I've been playing around with the live signals. I lost one trade and just on the 1 minute chart just to test it out. But these are live signals coming in, and I just did these two, and this one just won while we're setting up. Cool. And you do not want to do this on the 1 minute chart. You would get clobbered with spread. It would take probably half of your winnings. So that is not something I'm recommending. It was just to test, because the markets move the same on a 1 minute market as they do on the 4 hour market. But interesting to see this beautiful winning trade set up. Always love that. And this is what's coming. Let me show you the Telegram channel that we're setting up. These are the raw signals. So they just come in and show you sell CAD JPY, buy AUD CAD. Now those are just raw signals. So then you have to actually bring up the sheet and do what you're going to see us doing today, and actually mark out the trade and make sure, this is just meant to be an alert to let you know. You can't just go and buy GBP CAD because it says that. That's not going to work.
Quite frequent those, aren't they?
Yeah. I was actually, well, this is on a 1 minute chart. So, so you see every few bars. So on a 4 hour chart, those will be every 4 hours. So you're going to definitely be getting several trades a day, which is fine. And that's just half of the Forex pairs. So it'll be double this. So I'm very excited about that. And that should be live later today. But just giving you guys a quick preview before we get started. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, we got I got Euro USD 4 hour already set up. So let's just go forward and see what we got here. Actually, right now we're in a down. We'll just start right where we're at. So we've got a sexy line just before this. If we hit this particular line, we could potentially go short. So let's go forward and see what actually happens. I kind of just chose a random spot. So it's approaching, and we have actually another line in here. So, but I think I'll just stick with waiting for this outer line or bust. Though theoretically, I could take that middle line now. It's starting. Maybe I should. What do you say, Andrew? Take it or wait for the outer yellow line?
Well, what does the other pitchfork say?
What's that?
You've got another pitchfork there, haven't you? Oh, I see, it's a new line.
Yeah, this is a new pitchfork. Oh, yeah, this is a new pitchfork going. I can't even tell if it's going up or down yet. But it's a good chance it'll bounce off of this. You know what? Just for the fun of it, I'm going to go in on there is 3 lines there. I'll go in on this line. Be a little risky. Oh, wrong move. Okay. Let's see what would happen if I went in the proper one. This won't count. But let's target the middle here. See what happens. So 4 just makes it. So that was my first instinct. So let's just see what happens here. And it pushes down, and stopped out. Okay, great. Okay, so either way, we're taking a -1. So part of this, I want to show you how I record this. That's one of the reasons I'm sharing my whole screen here. There should be, wait, somewhere here, there should be. Oh, did I lose my window? I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's under here. No, that's the live restream. Let's look over here. That's not it. All right, I'll have to find it again. Huh. All right, whatever. Let's get rid of this stuff. We'll go with, so So I have a spreadsheet I started a long time ago, but you guys can, and I developed, I'll just go to the very right-hand side here. I do a lot of back testing, as you can see. So I actually set up a new set of columns here. So I'm going to put in, so we lost -1. And on TP, so I'm doing TP1 and TP2. So we got -1 on both of those. Or did we? If I put this down to 2, we still lost. So it didn't make it that far. Oh no, it did go down to 2. Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah, you would have won on that.
Yeah, you would have won that one. All right, I'll put it at 2. Technically, we shouldn't take it, but I'm just trying to demo, so we won't worry about it. We'll do the rest properly here. So TP1, we get 2, and TP, and that if it goes back to 0, that once you get TP2, you can never get a -1. So that brings us to 0. And I'll explain that in a second. So basically, as soon as TP2 gets hit right here at 2R, then once it goes back to, you set your stop loss to break even. So once it goes back to the starting position, you get it. It just goes to, you close out at 0. So you don't lose anything on take profit 2. Ellis, do you understand anything of what's going on so far, or what? Do you have some questions?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's I've done something similar where I'll do like a trailing stop loss on a TP2, either break even or
exactly. So we're setting stop loss to break even after TP1 is hit. So that's that. So okay, so let's move on. So basically, there's new pitchforks starting that are going up, and so if we're going to be watching the bottom here, so if price on an upward sloping pitchfork. So let me explain. On a downward sloping pitchfork, we're looking for price to come up and touch, and we're going to go short, which we did there. And then on an upward sloping pitchfork, now we're looking for price to come down and touch the bottom here, and we'll go long in general. But before we can do that, we need to touch at least 3 lines in close proximity and make sure, well, let me just go forward and I'll explain more. Okay, so right now, this thing's going crazy. Okay, so here we go. It's coming down, and there we go. Now we're looking for some kind of confirmation. So far, we've when I have two sets of lines like this, I'm looking for. Oh, I think a new set of pitchforks started here. So we actually might have 3 lines here. I can't see, but you see there's pitchforks there and pitchforks there. So I'm going to go forward. But in general, after 4, I would be going long here. But these pitchforks stopped. So but I do have a middle line here. So I'm going to go long on this line right here. And there it is, perfect touch. It's given us some great respect, but we wouldn't know that at the time, but we've already said ahead of time where we're going in. I should probably just draw it ahead of time for you guys. That's how I do it when I'm going live. I draw it and then, okay, and then we'll take that up just past center line here. Set this to 4, and we'll go forward and see what happens here. Good, not good at all. Oh, we got our 2R, so we're already in a winning trade. And we didn't get stuck. I don't know. It's right at. It didn't stop us there, I don't think. And then it wins. See how close it comes? I don't know. It's questionable whether we got. I got to zoom in here. I say we got stopped out. It hit that bang right on our entry. Okay, so instead of getting 4R, we got 2R, and a 0. And what I'm going to do is put out here is the 4. We would have got what we would have gotten had we trade the other way. So I'm just going to stick this out here. We started with a -1 and then a 4.
Oh, yeah.
What we would have gotten, because I want to compare the earnings of this versus that. I'll just take this here. All right.
Yep.
All right, let's continue on. So now we're looking for, oh, I don't have.
Did it win? At the top?
Yeah, it shows a win right there. There's a,
Okay.
but we can go forward a few bars if you want. See if it continues. Yep, there's a really strong, but it already showed a, see the dotted lines? I don't know if you can see that. It already showed a win there, but we might not have got that, but this one we would definitely get.
If you were trading live, Doug, would you have ignored that second entry point? That, well, actually, there aren't 3 lines there, but
yeah, I know, eh? That's what I was thinking. Like, it's up to you whether you want to enter a second, the trade a second time. That's a big question. It's really style. When I turn this on, by the way, we do get enough of a confirmation. But honestly, if I turn this on, here I would be willing to take the trade. I've got open space. I got no open space here. So I wouldn't have taken this trade anyway. One of the rules is that you have to have white space underneath, lots of white space underneath. If you turn on your other pitchforks, you have a lot of lines down here. Could have easily went the other way. But anyway, I'm happy with that trade. So now we've got another setup here. And we're looking for 3 lines, 1, 2. So if it touches this line, maybe we should get in. And there's an entry. If I was conservative, I'd wait for over here, but let's see if we can get this in our stop zone. If we can, then we'll take the trade. Otherwise, we wouldn't take the trade. We always have to get, we always don't want to have any lines. Also, I should turn this on and see what we got. Oh yeah, we've got another confirmation there. And we've got a confirmation down here. Ooh. Well, let's see what happens. If I set this up to 4R, up to the target up there, and we set this to 4. .02. So that's within our stop. So I'm happy with that trade. And we'll see what happens. Oh, not good. Guess we should have got in lower. So we'll take a -1 here. -1s across the board. It's really messy. I don't even know why we're trading. Yeah, I felt like that was an early entry. I don't recommend this, but I'm gonna take the lower entry, the conservative entry, and see what would have happened. I may regret this, of course. Let's see what happens here. Oh, much better. That's what we want to see. So the lesson is the same lesson we've learned a zillion times. When you're doing 2 golden zones, don't bet unless you bet on the bottom golden zone. That's what I've learned through a lot of tests. So anyway, so I took a chance and re-entered. I don't recommend doing that, but I did it. So we'll put it in here. And that didn't it didn't come down and retouch after hitting 2R. It didn't retouch down here. So you get a 2R and a 4R here, and this is a 4R. All right, let's continue on.
Did you count the first loss?
What's that?
Did you count the first loss when you went in on the upper line?
Yeah, we
You
did.
did. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, didn't we? Where do we? Oh,
Yeah, I think you did. I think so.
well, where is it though?
Is it that third line?
Oh, the first loss. Isn't that right here? Yeah, I put -1
Yeah.
across the board. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's continue on. So price is definitely respecting these lines, which is very nice. I like that. So I don't generally trade a pitchfork more than once, but we're just having fun here. So when it comes down, if it looks good, I'll get in again. Oh, another pitchfork. Whoa. I kind of missed that. Let's see what, if I turn the others on, see what's going on. So I just turned the other pitchforks on to see what's going on. So here we go. Why don't we take this? We've got a downward pitchfork. We're doing the opposite here. Let's take this down to here and see what happens. Oh, I need to leave those on to make the entry. I'll put this on. So we would have got in the second it touched here, which would be right here. And now I have to turn on the other pitchforks to see the target. So other pitchforks are saying we're going down. Our target will be just past the center line here. And we'll set that to 4. When I know I only have to get to 2R, I'm a little more apt to take more risks, I noticed. Because it doesn't feel like such a push. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, did we get to 2R? I don't think so. I guess I should have.
Yeah.
I'm in a big sloping pitchfork upwards, and yeah, that serves me right. Yeah, I thought that might work, but no. All right, let's watch this go. And so that pitchfork is okay. So here we go. So now we're climbing up here. When the price comes down and touches here, if we've got a confirmation there, I might go long. Yep, we've got something there. So I might take a trade on the to go long. So it's do a break and retest here. So it comes down. If it comes down. Oh my goodness, that's crushing hard right out of the whole pitchfork. Oh, wow. Okay. And I don't have any confirmations for here, so I can't go there. I've got both pitchforks on here. There's no way I can take that, but I think it would win. I would go long. I would have went long right there. Let's see what would happen. Nope. I don't know. Now we got other pitchforks starting. This is kind of a mess. I'm going to turn some of this off. Okay. Let's wait for it to come down. Okay, so we can get a 3-line touch here if this is far enough away. There we go. So this wasn't far enough away and it was too bullish of a candle. Probably. So when this comes through here,
yeah.
I mean, the problem is it's not happening real time to talk about it, but typically if I see it coming down like this, I'm not in one
It's
candle
going
like
too
that.
fast.
It's
It's going too fast.
yeah, it's coming too fast. So if I'm going to take it, I'm going to take the outside line. So,
Okay.
you know, I would take the outside line on this right here.
Yeah.
See what happens there. In general, we're looking for white space. And so when you look at this clump of lines, there's a good enough white space. I'd be willing to take a risk on that. Set that up to just past center line. Set this to 4. Okay, 3.94 is close enough. Oh boy, it doesn't look good. Come on. Oh, that looks like we got 2R. Oh, that's good. And we have a win. And then, yeah, it just made it, eh? Wow. You see the little dotted line all the way to the top there?
Yeah.
Yep. So now we got to check 2R to see if it would have got stopped out. So if I bring this down to 2, it enters here. And after there, does it come down to, nope, it doesn't. So we would have gotten both the 2R and 4R trades. Okay. With the 2R and 4R, I seem to be more inclined to just, I think we should be just setting our targets to right on the line. I'm noticing that because there's no need, because the 2R gets you out early, you don't really need to go a little further and get a bigger stop. That's what I'm thinking, but that's to be determined. So we got a 2 and a 4 and a 4 here. Okay?
Yeah.
So our win rate, TP1 is 66.7, so that's right in the right target zone. Our TP, but look at our TP2, because of this move stop to break even, is at 33%.
Yeah.
But both, interestingly, have made 6R. So they're even so far. But our win rate is way higher. Over here, we got a win rate of 50%, which is good. That's about my average. And we've made 9R. So we've made more.
Yeah.
More profitable so far. Let's keep going and see what happens. All right. Well, let's see. We might get a rejection, a bounce off of this line as well. I don't know if we want to take that, but let's just see what happens here. Price comes down. Okay, wait. Do we have any confirmations? Let's turn this on before we get too far along here. Okay, we do. Look, we got one line. See this line here?
Yeah.
So we've got 2 lines on top of each other. So if it drops to that 3rd line, I'd be willing to go for it. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I'd be willing to go for it now. So you see how it went up and almost made the center line and didn't?
Yeah.
That, I'd say a lot of times I would not, most of the time, I'd probably not take that trade. But just for the fun of it, let's just take it. We're only back testing here. I don't know how many times I've said I won't take a trade, and then with this strategy, you win so much of the time. I'm going to try setting this to right on target on the middle line. Set this to 4. Oh, I can't. My finger. There we go. All right. Let's see. All we have to do is get to 2R. Yep, looks like we won. We got 2R and a win. See, this is why you just follow the strategy. It wins so freaking much. All right, so that, it didn't go back and retouch. So that's a win across the board for all the different. So TP1 is 2, TP2 is 4, and we'll take a 4 here.
So sorry, just to interrupt. Just when
yes,
when you're looking for that confirmation, is that when you're looking to turn on your second set of pitch?
Yeah, and I left them on.
To gain that
have,
extra line.
Yeah, I shouldn't have left them on. I scan with one set of pitchforks. Andrew scans with both, interestingly enough, and he seems to do very well in his back tests. But I personally like to I get confused when there's too many lines on the board. Andrew seems to be able to handle it, but I don't know, Andrew, have you tried it with just one?
I just find I'm waiting longer. And if you don't have the second set on, you might miss some.
Oh, for sure you missed some.
So you can always turn them off if you want to, if it looks like it's close, you can always turn one set off to get a clearer view.
Yeah.
So I just prefer not to miss them.
What's interesting...
It's just
Go ahead, Ellis.
Sorry. No, just saying when you are looking for extra confirmation, that's obviously when you're looking to put them on to get that.
That's right. Yeah, for me,
a
lot of times I'll get a confirmation. I'll turn them on just before I take any trade because I want to see if it's too messy below. So if I turn this on, I still have a good amount of white space here. So that's fine. But remember the other one I turned it on, it was a bunch of lines. If there's a bunch of lines, there's a good chance price thinks every line is sexy. So it one line leads to another. It's like a lost soul going from one lover to another. It's like, oh, another line. Oh, another line. Oh, another line. But if there's space, or you can think of it like electricity and a spark. If it's got too far to jump, it'll just bounce instead. That's what I've seen, and it really, so this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but if you have both on, like we also could be leading with these pitchforks, in which case I would have looking for a whole different set of trades. I don't know what would have happened. We would have got into this trade, which we would have gone in here, which we missed. Right here is a perfect trade. See, you got 1, 2, and 3. It's hard to say which is which here, but it doesn't matter if you got in here or you got in here, it's the same. And you would have taken that up to here, a beautiful winning trade. So, and then you might have taken a loss here. Actually, you wouldn't have got a confirmation, but if you did get in on this line, it looks you would have got your 2R anyway. So that's interesting. Very interesting. And here you see you would have got this trade. There would have been no trade there. You just get a different set of trades. Andrew's a glutton for punishment. He just puts them both on and he gets all the trades, but I suspect he gets a lot more losers too that way because he has no bias. But anyway, I mean, I'm making money on pullbacks going in the wrong direction here and I'm still making money. That's how powerful these pitchforks are. It's just quite incredible. Ellis, did I show you? Have you seen the guy and his friends who developed pitchforks predicted the guy before they developed pitchforks? They actually predicted the market for 15 years following the Great Depression.
Yeah, you sent me.
Okay, you saw that?
Pretty
okay.
Impressive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I'm following this guy. This guy, he's not alive anymore, but I followed his teachings, and then I took my math background and I realized every single one of these lines carries a probability that price will reverse. And when you stick a bunch of those lines in a tight amount of space, guess what happens? All those probabilities are added together. And all of a sudden, the likelihood of a bounce is in your favor. And that's all we're doing here. This is just stats and odds. It's really quite, it's complicated to see on the screen, but it's really mathematically quite simple. A bunch of... but how we draw these pitchforks, that took a few years to develop, how to draw them so that they would be accurately followed by price. Took me some time. Okay, anyway, how many trades are we at? Let's see how we're at. So let's take a look here. So we're at NR and 8R. So the average of that would be 9R here and 13R here. So we're definitely coming out ahead with our original 4R strategy. but look at our win rate over here. And this is what I'm thinking for new traders, 70% win rate. Are you kidding me? They're going to love that. They're going to love it. We only win 42% here, but you know, you'll get the average of these two, because you're going to put 1% on here and 1% on here, whereas here you're just going to put 2% on the trade and let it run. So you're going to get 9R. So that's interesting. Let's continue on and see what we get. So Andrew, are you seeing how I'm recording the 1R and 2Rs? Because I know that was something you were interested in. Let's see if we can get some stops to break even situations and stuff. Okay, so let's watch price and see what happens here. So now it's in no man's land between two pitchforks. We do not trade that. It's coming back down again. Now expecting it to fall through. It may or may not, but probably will. And it I don't know what it does. Looks.
If you got one of the pitchforks turned off, Doug.
Oh, do I? Yes, I do. Well, that's what I do. Oh, and guess what it's doing? It's following those pitchforks perfectly. And here's an entry right there. But we have no confirmation on that entry. But look at that beautiful, beautiful win from here just to there is beautiful win. Just can't stop wins from coming, huh? All right, let's continue on. So I'm expecting this to break down eventually. Okay, new set of pitchforks. That's why I turned some of these off. I can't follow that. So wow. Okay, so I'm not going to bet yet. I don't know what's going on. So this is going up, up, and away. So then we'll have a possible long entry right here when it comes back down. You see how we've got the red line here and here and here. When it comes down and touches those three lines, we'll have a long entry if we get it, which we don't get. Here it comes. And it takes off. We never get the entry. Oh my goodness. Wait, let me turn on the other pitchforks. I have a feeling we're missing all kinds of stuff. No, it's just price has left the building. It's just gone.
It's heading for those pitchforks at the top.
Oh yeah. What the heck is that? That's the old pitchforks from before. It doesn't draw outside of 5 ATR because otherwise the screen gets too messy. Those are old pitchforks from before, which are still valid, but and there's that bounce that we'd be looking for if we had any pitchforks to confirm. Price loves to bounce off. The reason why we have these lines here is all by itself, you could almost just trade this red line. But without the pitchforks, it's not, you end up making a lot of losses too. So don't recommend it. All right, so now we are, so a couple things I notice here, just so you notice that now price has been popping off and now it's dipping below and going above. So I'm thinking this is typical. When that happens, you're basically moving into consolidation and a possible reversal. So when this downward sloping pitchfork, when it hits, I might definitely be interested in going short. Okay, and it hits, but do I have any confirmations? I do.
Yeah.
All right. But now we're above the, I don't know. We'll just take it. We're up so much, we can take risks. But I don't think that's going to win. But I never think anything's going to win. I look at everything and I'm such a pessimist. It's amazing that I can do this. All right. That's why I like a strategy where the risk is small and the reward is large, because otherwise I would never trade. I see other channels and they've got like this huge red zone, a little wee win zone. I'm like, you guys are crazy. If you lose that, like, what was it, Ike that was on the channel the other day? And he said he's been trading with this company and following the strategies, and 2 losses in a row, and he's back like 2 months. He lost 2 months of revenue or something like that. 2 months of wins lost in 2 trades.
Wow.
Oh my. Oh wow, that was close to getting stopped out. Come on, get me down to 2R. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah, win. Love this strategy. Damn, we're just crushing it today. 4. What did we didn't, it didn't pull back or anything. It just went straight to take profit. So we got our 2R and our 4R. Well, do you see what's going on here? You see how we're making these decisions?
Yeah, I was just a bit unsure on that last one when you put the other pitchforks on. It looked like they.
Oh yes, okay, perfect. Let me zoom in for you. I'm glad. So I've been doing this a while, and sometimes I just look and you know. So I'm going to turn these on. I'm looking for 3 lines of entry to make my entry. Okay, so we've got price comes up, touches line 1. The purple line is line 2, and the outer gold zone is line 3. So I enter as soon as it touches 3. I'm not waiting for the candle to close. Nothing. The second I get that price, you can put a limit order in, however you want to do it. Second you get that price, you're in.
So it wouldn't matter that them pitchforks are like sort of conflicting, where you've got.
No, yeah.
That was the only thing that confused me a little.
Well, no, yeah, and we're actually in starting a trade. Look here. We are ready to take it. We also have a signal going up. We'll do both.
Right, okay.
Okay, so we just won that. And even though we're just closing that trade, we have an entry here. 1, 2, 3, right on that line. So let's go in long on that 3. Long right there. Okay. And we could lose this, but that's okay. What's that?
Would you have gone on the last candle actually?
Yeah, I would have, but that trade hadn't finished. So if I missed it, I could get in. This is a green bar, so it started down there. I could have got in anytime during here. Okay. When I realized that, I probably could have got in down there, but for the sake of being fair, back testing. But this is the price you want. You want to get in on the red line. But yeah, I would have got in here normally, but we're so engrossed in this trade that I didn't see it. So, all right, come on. Oh, nope, that's not a good trade. Take a -1, and that's okay. When you're up so much, if you look at this, okay, even with that in there, we're at 16R just doing the regular trading with 4R. That's 16R is 32%. You're betting 2% per trade. So you just increased your account by 1/3 in 9 trades. 9 trades, you increase your account by 30%. More than 30, 32%. You're basically 1/3 of the way to doubling your account in 9 trades. And that's why you'll see videos and you'll see some of the postings of our Daniel posted some back tests where, you know, he's doubled his account very quickly in his back tests, less than 30 trades or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but it was pretty. But that's how you double your account really quick. And we're doing proper risk management. You'll see on YouTube all these channels, and they're betting like they're saying, "Oh, I'll flip my account," and they do it. They do it in like 2 trades, but they risked like 2 or 3 trades, but they risked like everything. They would, if any one of those trades go down, they lose their entire account. Well, that's not trading. That's just gambling. You just go to the casino, because overall you'll end up losing. You'll win short term, but lose long term. We do the exact opposite. We want to win long term, and so That's why risk to reward ratio is absolutely critical. But I'm really liking this. We're seeing 66.7% here and 44% here. And that 44% is being protected. So we lost about 10% of our win ratio on the 4-hour trades. But the advantage is we got protected from taking -1s from the 2-hour because we set stop loss to break even. Very interesting. Very interesting. Shall we do another trade or two? How do you feel, Alice?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is really helping me.
Yeah, you ready to make some coin here? All right. Okay, Alice, you're going to tell us the next setup.
Okay.
Okay. So which
Sure.
pitchfork? So let's turn these on and see which set of pitchforks we feel most confident following. So we've got a downward set. So this has already happened. So these pitchforks are to me are invalid now.
Okay.
I personally only trade once on a set of pitchforks. So the math is this: if it bounces, it's going to reach the median line 80% of the time. That's the power of pitchforks. You know, with an 80% odds, you're going to reach that median line. So then the only question is, where is it going to bounce? And that's what the sexy line is all about. The triple lines is figuring out where that bounce point is. If you get those two right, you win. And so those are your odds. So we were looking for each pitchfork to promise us a win, and then after it's finished, then it doesn't owe me anything. Sometimes it'll go on forever, you know, an upward or downward trend. So let's just go forward and see what's going on here. We see. I'll just leave them both on for a second here. So, yeah, so we've got a downward possible trade, but it already happened. See, it just went here and just went straight down. Once price is done what it's supposed to do, I don't bet on it. Like if it just takes off and then hits my target, which is down here, then I'm not gonna bet on it because it's probably gonna come back and go the other way. Okay, so which set of pitchforks do you want to roll with?
Them that were just on, probably the downtrend, right?
You want to go for the downtrend? Let's go. All right. So right now we got
Okay. So would you have
no
potentially?
No, because remember, I only do. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It already.
You,
so this is the promise. This is the promise of a pitchfork. One, it will reach the median line. Not right here. This doesn't count. But once it does a bounce, it will reach the median line. It did its promise, and the promise is it's going to bounce most likely in this golden zone or nearby it. Okay, so that's what it's promising you. So it fulfilled its promise. It owes me nothing. So that's why the next time it's already fulfilled its promise. Like I owe you nothing, buddy.
Yeah.
It's a one-night stand deal.
Yeah.
I got to stop with these. I'm actually have a Christian faith, so this is very inappropriate for me. I'm going to actually not go. I'm saying a lot of stuff that's just not right. So yeah, not going to do that. Okay, so let's turn on the other pitchforks because let's see if there's anything. So there's nothing here. I'm just going to leave them both on for a minute till we see.
You call that a retest, Doug, if it used the outside line, or what is a retest?
Yeah, you could if it was above, not in a downward sloping pitchfork, though. Where are you thinking? Oh, when it comes back here and goes down, you're saying?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what this concept of the retest is.
Okay. Okay, so let me show you. So let's turn this. So it's only if it breaks right out of the pitchforks that is valid. So if it were to break down here, like right outside the, okay, here it's breaking up. If this was an upward pitchfork, which it's not, so let me put on the other ones. No, there's no retest really here because it has, your targets have to be going in your favor. So in this case, even if it hits here, comes down, you've got nothing to target. You always want to trade with a pitchfork. So if the pitchfork's going up, I want any line I trade on in the pitchfork, I want to target going upwards. Okay, there's this. We're in no man's land right now, so let's just not do anything for now. Okay, we got pitchfork starting. Okay, here we go. So Ellis,
Yep.
where would let's? I'm not even gonna. We're not even. Where would you want to go long here?
On that second gold line, because you've got your EMA, your first
Right,
gold line. So
1, 2, and 3, exactly.
Yeah.
So if I was trading live, like that trade I showed you right here, I drew this, actually when it hit here, I drew this in, and then I just waited for price to come to me. So when I'm trading live, I'll just put, I didn't actually trade that, but I set it up as if I was trading it. So I'm going to set it up. Of course, it moves all the time, so you kind of have to move it, but I'm going to draw it in ahead of time, kind of set a limit order. And the problem is with this strategy is if you use a limit order, you have to keep updating it for when price comes. Although with that one, I just forgot about it. I came back and it went, whoops. All right. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so now we would definitely want to, be moving this along here. We still have 3-line possibility. So there it is. That was our entry. Wasn't that perfect? That's exactly what you asked for, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, now we're in the trade. Uh-oh. 2R, please. No. Oh, we didn't get stopped out. No, we did.
Oh.
Good try, though, Ellis. Good try. That's okay. There's nothing. But the good thing is that was a valid setup. We didn't turn on the other pitchforks to see if there were too many lines or something like that, which is a bad omission on our part. Let's see what it would have said. No, we had a good amount of space when we took that trade. It's just a losing trade. You can't win them all. You cannot win them all. So we'll continue on. So Ellis I'm going to put this on, and it's a mess, but I just want to wait until, so we want something to put, okay, here we go. Here's something. Let's turn this. That's facing, there's a downward pitchfork forming and an upward pitchfork forming, but we're below the upward. So there's really nothing for us to do. Looks like it's obeying the downward pitchfork, but we didn't get an entry anyway. So now we might be coming back for an entry. So here's an example. It's kind of confusing because we got multiple pitchforks on top of each other, but if it comes down to here and then comes back to here, well, it's really kind of tricky to tell. But with all those EMAs sitting there, if it comes back and touches one of those EMAs in the gold zone, I would definitely think about going short here. So it's going to work its way back, hopefully. Actually, we had I wouldn't call that an entry, but theoretically you could have maybe went short there, but no, it's not an entry. I wouldn't call it an entry. Okay, here we come. So we actually have our sexy line to go short if we were, but it didn't come down and touch out here. So that's why for me, I don't think it's that. I want it to be really strong in one direction before I'll take that break and retest kind of thing. So it needs to come down and then come up. So this is not it for me, although this may work. No, okay, wait, here's our entry we're talking about, remember?
Yep.
1, 2, and 3. As long as we get that blue in our zone, I'm good with that. So I'm going to set this right here in the gold zone here. Set their target just past the middle. Or no, we're just going to the middle now, right? Set this to 4. 3.9. 4.13. Well, if we get stopped out, I'll reevaluate. It's a little bit short of a stop, but let's see what happens here. It's very, very bullish. There's our blue touch, and we're already winning. We already got to 2R, so we'll see what happens now. And we get stopped out, and there's where the 2R saves us, right? So we take a -1. Did you guys see that?
Yep.
-1,
Yeah.
2R, and a 0 here.
Yeah.
So whenever you see these 2 zeros, so basically we had 3 trades saved by this. Good job, Ellis. That's your first winning trade. Definitely made the 2R that we were looking for. All right, and let's see what else we're looking for. So I'm going to turn both on just so we can see what's going on, but we don't want to stay with that on too long here, but just, I don't want you to go line blind, but okay, here we go. So we have 2 upward sloping pitchforks. It's only now a matter of where it's going to reject and go long, in my mind. Could totally lose now with that arrogant statement, but yeah. So here we got this line and we got this line. So let's just let it go along. I'm going to follow Andrew a little bit and just, oh, okay, we're not going to take that. So wait a minute. Now, if it comes down and touches, say, this line, did it go strong enough? Let me get rid of some of these. So we possibly have an entry, say, right here to go long. Right on here. 1, 2, 3. If that gets a little closer. Do you agree, Andrew, or what do you think? That's your break and retest, Andrew.
You'd say you trade on the center line there.
No, not the center line.
No. I get it. You trade. It's bouncing off the outer line.
Yeah, so it goes up and then it comes down here. So
right.
I'd be willing to take this long if it sneaks down and touches the red line too, and I can get the other line in my stop. Then it's a good play. Looks like it's going to go without us. Ooh, we'll take a -1. Yeah.
You didn't check the other pitchforks, actually.
No, I didn't. I don't know what they were saying. No, I had a confirming line there. Actually, we would have got in earlier probably, but we would have lost either way. It was just simply a losing trade. Anyway, so now we're waiting for this to come down. I'm going to turn those on so we can see when. So we've actually got a long entry right here.
Yeah. With white space.
It's a ballsy move to take it with that big red bar there, but I'm throwing caution to the wind, guys. There we go. Okay. I just need a pop to 2R, guys. No. Oh, there's 2R, I think. Yep. I think we got 2R. And this is where it's interesting, where this starts to clean up. So let's bring this down to 2R. And yep, 2R, we're definitely, yep, we even got a little candle beyond 2R. I think you guys can see that. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
So here we take another -1 and bring this strategy down to now around the 40% mark. Of course, I'm kind of trading a little reckless, to be honest. But if you trade reckless or you're new, generally, if you do 4-hour trades, you're going to get about 40% win rate, give or take. All right, so now we get a 2 and a 0 here. So now, look at this. We're at 11R here and 12R here. So we're pulling up that's where this is saving us, and we're still at 60% win rate, which is exactly before I started. Ellis, what is the win rate I told you we would be going for? 60%, right? So
would that be running 2R and 4R sort of alongside? So you'd be bringing your 4R to your break even.
Yeah,
right?
so that's why you got a zero here. So what happens
Yeah.
is if we were running this trade, the second it got to TP1 right here,
Yeah.
we would set stop loss to break even.
Yeah, got you.
And then as soon as we do that, I don't know if it could be in this bar or it could be when it came down here, but either way, it moves to break even. And so TP2 just gets a zero.
Mm.
Yep. But that's okay. Hey, we got this line promising to go up here. Look at this promised line with this other line here. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. I want to know. Oh, the line stopped for me, but we could extend these lines if we wanted to. Oh, come on. Oh, I don't know what's going on. It's going up. Looks like it's going away, up and away now. Okay, we have new pitchforks starting. I'm going blind here, so I'm going to turn off the downward pitchforks since it definitely looks like it's bullish right now. Oh. Okay. There we go. So it goes up, touches. Now I'm looking for it to come down, and one line. So where would we go along here, Ellis?
Probably on the second gold line, right?
Yeah.
After the red
As
line
long
and
as
the
we can
first
get
gold line.
as long as we can get the blue line in the stop.
Yeah.
Oh, well, not anymore. It did what it promised early, so it owes us nothing now. So now when it does this, it's a very risky trade.
Okay.
I'm going to do it anyway, though. Sorry, I hit one too many bars. I'm going to do it anyway, just because I can. Even when I trade this thing wrong, as long as I get those three lines, I get it that a lot. 3.96. Wow, it's already good. All right. So let's see what we get here. Come on. Oh, that's not good. I don't think we got to 2R either and stop out. And that's why, see, it did what it promised. So once it's done what it's promised, we don't do this. I was just trying to be cavalier, but that's, not good.
So it's already done what you expected it to do.
Exactly.
So
it's supposed to,
yeah,
exactly. It came down here. It bounced early. It's supposed to touch this zone. It doesn't always do it. But then right after doing that, it went straight to the middle line. It's fulfilled its promise to me. It owes me nothing. It might continue, but as you can see, it may not. I don't know if we got to 2R here. I'm going to check and see. 1.96, we're in. 1.99, we're in. Ho, 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 ho. Just by air. Wow. So there's another example of a save. So this goes -1. Of course, in the real strategy, guys, I wouldn't have taken that trade if I was really trading live. But we did it. But I did say I'm taking it, so I have to record it. So we got a 2 and a 0 here. But you can see how if newbies, people are brand new, they do things they're not supposed to do, how this can save you. Because look at it, I'm sitting here at 64%, average of 12 hour here, and 11 hour over here. So we're actually pulling ahead, trading stupid. That's great. Okay, one last trade and then we're done. As long as it's a win. I always love to. When I play golf or I go to the driving range, I can't leave the range until I hit at least one good ball. I cannot leave on a bad hit.
Get your best club out, get that confidence shot, and then you can leave.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this pitchfork's slightly sloping down. However, if I had a confirmation here, it's so close to even that I'd be willing, given that this is opening up here, I'd be willing to take this on this bar here. Because this is all big stuff, and then I see it starting to open up here. And I don't know. It's technically downward sloping, but it's so close to even. A lot of this is not within the strategy. This is me being stupid, but if it hits, I'm going to go for it. Oh, come on. It's being stupid. There. Now I don't have 3 lines, do I? Line 1, 2, and 3. I guess I do. I do have 3 lines. I'm taking that. I'm taking it. And Andrew, you just don't say anything to me. I'm going to set it. I see this zone going up here. I'm going to turn some of this off. I can't even tell what the heck's going on. So that the actual stop target is here. So I'm going to set it right on there, but it's sloping down. And I saw the other lines. I'm going to be a little conservative on this because this isn't. You shouldn't be doing this because you want to. The whole reason why you don't do this is because your target, you want it to be sloping up, not down. But I've watched so many of these trades win. I just wanted to take one, and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm probably going to learn my lesson here. Oh yeah, that's why you don't do this. Thank you. I'm so glad I lost that trade. I am so glad. I love losing trades when it's against my strategy and I'm just trying something out. Now we have to win one though. Okay, no more screwing around. That was a downward facing pitchfork and I took it. So if this works its way back in and then we have these two intersecting, that could be a trade down. Oh, we also could get a confirmation right here. Here's an example of break and retest. Comes down here, and then this line comes down to there, and it hits. We might be able to go short right here. Okay, here it comes. So we're looking for 3 lines, guys. There's our 3 lines. Short. 3 lines. All right. I only have to get to here. I'm going to set it. Oh, look at that blue line, though. Dang. Well, that's risky. That's risky. I don't have that in my blue line. Probably a really bad idea because I'll probably reach out and touch that blue line, but I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm going for it. I think. Oh, did I win or lose? I might have got. I'm pretty sure I got the 2R. Let's pull it down and see before that candle if I got the 2R. I did. So I got to 2R, and then it went the other way and went to that blue. And I knew it was risky. You can see how the price sees those lines and just loves them. So yeah, I'm just killing this forward strategy. I haven't ever got a 30% in I don't know, like a year of back testing. But to be fair, I think Andrew will attest, I've not been following the rules. I don't know what's into me today, but anyway, I guess I really just want to see what happens when people, we're going to get people in here just trading like crazy. And I want to see what strategy works best. Clearly, at this point, the 2R, 4R is much more resilient. It wasn't far behind in the beginning, and now it's taken off ahead. Okay, one more 4R, guys. And this time, I promise I'm not taking a stupid trade. Come on. We got to end this well. Okay, here we go. Here we go. New pitchfork sloping up right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're waiting for it to come down and touch those. And no, it goes all the way to Okay, so took off all the way without coming back. Now it's going to come back, and we'll see what we. Oh, that's so bullish. Come on down. Here we go. Come on. I'm ignoring trades here. Look, I'm so set in my mind on bullish trades. Look up here. We're missing trades here, although I might have lost. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't see it. So we do see another short coming in here. Let's see what happens here. So we'd have 3 lines if it. I'll leave that on for a second. We have 3 lines with a space right here. There it is. That doesn't look good, but right there. Turn off this mess. So our target's here. Set it to 4. That's 4.1. So if it gets stopped out, we'll check and see if what it would be at 4, but too lazy to set it right. Ooh, scary. Come on, bring me to 2R at least. Oh no, that's not going the right way at all. Nope. Oh boy. Oh boy. Clobbered. All right. All right, let's continue on. Waiting for price to come down. Oh. Come on. Come to Papa. Come down. Oh my. Okay, so now we could possibly get in if we get red line comes up here. We could possibly go along there. Come down, come down. No. Now we've got another set of pitchforks. So we'll wait for price to come down. If you could touch the bottom of those, that would be cool. No, come on. It's so damn bullish. I can't catch a break. Price won't come down. Oh, there we go. There is 1, 2, 3 with a space. Yep. See that? 1, 2, 3. I was going so fast I went right by my entry, but it's a clear entry.
And it's already won.
Yeah, and it's already won, but I don't even need to draw it. But did you see that, Ellis?
Yeah.
I was going so fast. For Andrew and I, that's an obvious trade. There's 2 ways you could have read this. Since this line's closer to here, you might have gotten in on this point, in which case you still would have won.
Yeah.
If you go here, if you would have got in on the top of the golds, because you had 3 lines there, you still, I believe, set that to just past 4R, set that to the center, and wow, you just make it, but you make it. It's just, but the way this is designed, if you go a little bit past 4R and whenever you take the inside gold line, you want to go a little bit past here because you want to get this, there's a good chance it'll touch that bottom. So I tend to go put a little more on the top so I can get a little bit more on the bottom. I'll just zoom in here. I can't get it to stop at 4. It's 4.08. But yeah. Anyway, it just makes it. But when I was doing it, to be honest with you, this was so high up, I was thinking 1, 2, 3 here. This would be the entry that I'd be looking for right there. Either way, it's a win. So that's good.
Yep.
So we've got 4, 4, 2, and 4. All right, let's stop there. So we have here we've got an average of 14R, so we're doing 1% of each. So so you basically have, that would bring up your account. This would have brought up your account 28%. We were already there a long time ago on this one, but then we put together a big string of losses because of my Cavalier ness. But still, irrespective, you only need 20% to break even here. So we still, our average R is 0.67, which is very low. I usually average 1.3, and I think, Andrew, you average around what, 0.8 to 1?
Yeah, it's at least 1 usually nowadays.
Yeah.
Just occasionally got a low one.
We should have let Andrew drive. There's something wrong with me today. I don't know. I was just taking all kinds of trades. But what I like to see is that even making mistakes, I'm still profitable. I still managed to bring up my account. 12 times 2 is 28%. Mind you, it wouldn't be that much because of spread and so on. It probably would have been closer to, I don't know, probably 20% or something like that. I'd have to do the math. But we did quite well here. I really like this 2R, 4R. Even with this low win rate here, we still managed to pull off 13R with a 27% win rate because of the stop loss to break even. And we pulled off exactly what we expected here, 60%. This should have been 40%. If we kept going, we'd probably get another win, and that would be up to 40%. We don't have a big sample size here. But in general, this number, for if you're just trading crazy like I was doing, this number will end up around 40%. If you trade properly, it would be more around 50%. And this number I've seen around 60 to 70% in my back tests so far. And in both in what Daniel and Andrew's been doing seems to be around 60%, which is great. And this is low, but doesn't seem to matter because we still pull out 13R. So yeah, and I wonder if doing this, I don't really know, but it seems more resilient. I wonder if you could bet 2% on each of these, take them as 2 separate trades. That would have brought your account up in a lot, like 15 plus 13 is
28.
Yeah, I'm just going to put, this is supposed to be in here. I wanted to add it. In other versions, I have this in here. So we got 28R total. And the average R equals this divided by this. 1.5R average, that's beautiful. That is sweet. So every trade we average 1.5 R. I absolutely love that. Love it. I think that's amazing. So do you have any questions, Ellis, before we end this session?
No, that was really helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Ellis, where are you at in terms of trading, and are you trading live yet, or where are you at?
No, not yet. I'm just still on a demo.
Okay. Have you done much? Have you done much back testing?
No, I did a little bit yesterday. Just looking to get into it. As I was speaking to Andrew earlier, I'm just getting my head around the interface and all the tools and everything, just so I can go into properly doing like an hour session of back testing or whatever. So I will be doing that sort of this week.
Yes. Yeah. So what I'd love to see is, I don't know how much time you can put into this, but at least a couple of times a week, go through and do what I've done, just as much time as you've got. You know, if you find yourself with nothing to do because you're waiting for someone for a meeting, just pull this out and just do some trades. keep it, you know,
Yeah.
just anywhere you got a web browser, you can do this basically. This is Google Drive here. I can make a nice sheet and share it with you guys if you want, or you can just kind of copy what I'm doing. And anyway, cut and paste your screenshot, your trades into into any kind of document and post it on the chat, because it's great. It helps other traders who are new coming in, and I'm able to go through and see how you're making out. For me, I know my success is based on how well you do. So I'm very motivated to help you out and get you, trading profitably as quick as possible.
Yeah, great. I'll definitely start doing that. Yeah.
Yes, look forward to it, Ellis. That was great.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, that's it.
Nice to see you. Thanks very much.
All right, see you. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, cheers, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Andrew.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Andrew, before you go, now that you see how to do it, I'd love to see you run some of those back tests that way and see if you get similar results to this. It's sort of like, if you're in the scientific world and you do a study and you find something out, it's not valid until it's peer reviewed. Yeah. So I want a peer review on this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I was wondering about currencies. You were saying how there was a lower cost for Bitcoin trades. Is that?
What did you mean? Say again.
I thought you were saying the spread. Is it the spread is much less with Bitcoin?
I don't know, because I don't trade. I haven't traded cryptocurrencies in a few years. And when I did it, I was on a different platform altogether. But Adam has been trading and doing very well, trading cryptocurrencies. And I can ping him and see I forget what platform. I think he's on Binance, but I can check. And he says the spread is next to nothing. So he trades on the 15-minute chart all the time.
Right.
But it just doesn't seem to make sense to me. But he's trading live. He would know. So. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't want to say it till I've done it myself, and I'm just not trading cryptos right now. But I might get into it now that the signals are going live today. So I've already got them going in tests. So I'm just gonna make sure everything's working good, and then I'm gonna open it up and I'll add you in and let whoever wants to subscribe. So if you're watching this video and you'd like to get access to the signals so you know when the lines are crossing and when you should start paying attention, hit me up, put a comment under this video, or go to our live chat on Telegram. Just Google TestedFX Telegram and you should end up in the right place. All right, guys, over and out.
Thank you. Yeah, bye-bye.